Oh, good morning.
Can't see much.
This is from the steam. From the coffee steam.
Oh, not the steam.
All right. So it has been pouring last night.
Windy.
Windy. Was there lightning?
Yeah, I think
Thunder?
there was a little bit.
I think the rain stopped. Oh, look at that.
It's not super cold.
Yeah. It's not really that cold.
I might just quickly go around and check the boat.
Okay.
Some milk.
Hmm. Oh, wow. That's so quick.
Great success! Greg approves. Thank you, Harold.
Making a mess here.
He's one of our favourite YouTubers. Shout out to you, Harold. Hopefully, when we're travelling again.
Good morning, everyone. Day 3. Day 3. Excuse me. We survived day 3. So last night it hasn't been really good weather. But we slept like a baby. And today is ready for breakfast. So for the menu, I am thinking of having a Filipino breakfast. I'm making a what we call Tortang Talong. It's eggplant with eggs and fry it in oil, and then I'm going to make a tomato salsa with some beans, I think, and just salt and pepper and oil, and that's our breakfast. We'll see you later. Alright, so I preheated the stove. That's where I'm going to grill my eggplant. One each. Okay. Alright, as you can see, it's starting to grill the skin. So just turn it over.
What's else singing karaoke? Was that her or was that someone else? So this is something that you have for breakfast a lot in the Philippines?
Yes, actually this is very common breakfast excuse me, meal in the Philippines. We have this with rice and or dried fish, and you know that kamote tops we call it. It's a sweet potato leaves, and we just steam that and dip it in bagoong or shrimp paste. And that's our breakfast meal. Not yet.
Still,
Yeah.
it says finish processing.
Okay. So, into the bag. Close it.
Oh, did you film it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And let that steam for a few minutes. Okay, so I just checked her eggplant. It has been, what, 20 minutes, I think. Yeah. It's still quite hot, but I have a bowl of cold water here, and I'm just going to dip my hand. And see, it just peeled off. Now I'm gonna do is I'm just going to separate the eggplant. All right. Now for these 2 eggplants, I'm going to beat 3 eggs. I think that would be enough. I'll make it 4. What is she laughing about?
You farted again.
Maybe it's not.
You did.
I will season this with garlic salt. You can put salt and pepper or any. Just going to pour that here because we don't have big bowls. Oops. So now while we're waiting up to heat up the pan, I'm just going to make the salsa, tomato salsa, to go with our eggplant. Okay, our pan is hot. We're just going to drizzle that with olive oil or whatever oil you have. And not making a mess, or try to not make a mess. We're just going to put our eggplant and let that cook. Few minutes, both sides. All right. So I think we're ready to flip this one. Beautiful. So that's just olive oil and garlic salt. You can put more salt if you want. Alright, so just on the side from me.
A bit more.
Yep.
Finish it.
Go.
Hello, welcome to The Bite with Craig and Tess. This afternoon, or tonight, I am making a prawn dish which I saw on Rick Stein's Travels, I think the show's called. He was in, I think, Czechoslovakia. Don't quote me, but it's pretty much just like some ripe tomatoes or canned tomatoes with some garlic, and I'm going to put some basil in and some olive oil. I'm going to fry it all up, and then we're going to devein the prawns, hopefully keep the shell on and the head, and we're going to char grill those prawns, mix it all together with the tomato sauce and serve it up. So hopefully it comes out alright. I'm just going to peel some garlics and chop them up. Nothing too hard, everyone's done that before, so we'll catch you when they're all done.
We're done.
So what I'm doing with a very, very sharp knife, and this takes a little bit of time, but just cutting through the back of the shell, and then put the fine edge of the knife in there, and then devein the prawn. Bang. Not very pleasant, but that's it. That's how you do it. Yeah, I've just chopped some garlic up, which I'm just going to sprinkle over these, which I've deveined them all, even though the shells are still on. I split the shell in the back and pulled the vein out. A lot of people don't like that. I'm not really that fussed. So yeah, just sprinkle a little bit of chopped garlic on it, and I'm just going to leave it on there, sit for a bit. Just a bit there. Use it all up. Close enough. And then I'm just going to give a little bit of a bath in the old olive oil. When they go on the char grill, oh baby cakes, they're going to be sensational. And then we'll add them to our tomato sauce, but we'll make that later, so we'll catch you soon. Okay, so I'm just breaking off some basil leaves for my tomato sauce. I don't think it was in the recipe because I was sort of just half listening, but I'm going to put it in anyway because basil and tomato and garlic, you can't go wrong. So I'm going to chop this up and we'll add it all in together later when we make the sauce. Okay, we're down here at Lake's Entrance. We're watching the TV, I think last night or whatever it was. Rick Stein was on. He cooked a little dish, was prawns in like a tomatoey garlic sauce. I'm just going to try and recreate that tonight, but I'm adding a few little things. We're struggling with the cooktops we've got. They're electric. Tess has just tried to cook a cake in the oven. We don't know what it's going to be like. Anyway, we're going to be alright. So, got my pan on. It's starting to get hot. Just going to add a little bit of olive oil. And then I'm going to throw in the garlic. Or I might throw a piece of garlic in just to see how the temperature is. Okay. So a lot of garlic, a lot of flavour. So you can move that around. Just give that a little bit of time in there. Okay, so our garlic is starting to get a little bit of colour. We don't want to get too much colour on it. I'm going to put in a tin of diced tomatoes. Yeah, that's it. I think that's going to be enough. I don't want to throw that away yet. I'm just dealing with what utensils we have here. So we'll just leave that. Obviously that's cooled this electric stove down a lot, so we have to bring it back up to the boil. So we will add some salt and pepper. A little bit of pepper, as Jamie would say. A little bit of salt. You can add more later, obviously, if we taste it, and we add a few more things in. Another thing I'm going to add in, and I don't know whether it was in the recipe, but that's a couple of anchovy fillets. They give a really nice flavour, a little bit of saltiness to the dish. And if people are scared of these, they don't like them, they don't like the thought of eating these little fish. If you put them in your bolognese sauce,
Maybe I can see.
well, if you put these in your bolognese sauce and you cook your sauce down, they'll actually just dissolve into your sauce and leave a really nice salty flavour. So let's get rid of those. Oh, bloody ice cream, man. It's smelling good. So what I'm going to do here is going to let this sauce simmer. I'm going to cook my prawns on the barbecue outside, and once we bring it all back together, we'll put the prawns back into the sauce. I'm going to drop a bit of basil in. Actually, I might put a little bit of basil in now just to give a little bit of flavour. Got some chopped up basil here. I'll put that in now. And then we'll put another little dump in later. And we're also going to serve this with rice. We've bought 90-second rice, microwave rice. Simply for the fact that this cooker is not fun to use. So we're going to do it the modern way. We're going to do it in the microwave. So yeah, I think it's 90-second rice. So 90 seconds in the microwave on high, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Anyway, we'll let that simmer. We'll come back when we're adding it all together, or when we're out on the barbecue cooking the prawns. Okay, so we've got the barbecue happening out here. We've got it preheated, which is getting pretty hot. I'm going to put the prawns on here first because they've got the garlic on them. Then I'll move them to the charred grill side, give them a bit of colour. But I don't want to cook them super too much because I'm going to put these in the sauce as well. So a little bit of the old olive moutarde. And we'll start loading these bad boys on. Hello. Smell the vision. Look, I've cleaned the thing, I'm just going to have to clean it up again. They smell like prawns.
Smells good.
Yeah, smells great. You're picking up all the garlic out of there tomorrow. The old prawn will actually keep cooking in its shell. Oh yeah, hello. These ones, a little bit of char on them. Good. Okay, so we've got 90-second rice going in the microwave. My sauce looks like it needs a little bit more liquid. Here's a little tip. Use the can from your tomato Put some water in that, rinse it around, you get the flavour from the can and the water. I'm going to add all these in now. Well, you're right, this is a small pan. But it'll be fine. As I said, the prawns are nearly done. Don't need to cook them out at all. So I'll just smash the camera, that's fine. But you can see it's trying to coat all these in the old saucy. Get a bit of heat going there. They're going to pick up the flavour of the sauce. Throw a bit of him in there, which is the old bazois. And yeah, just let that heat up a bit. So I think our rice is done.
Oops. That's enough, my darling.
Ooh, that one hanging on. Oh, how are you? Do you want a little bit of sauce?
It's alright.
Do you want a little bit of sauce? A bit of sauce. It's not pretty, but actually doesn't look too bad. Put him on top. There you go. Got a little bit left for breakfast.